Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Trends. I am Enzo, this is my forever ghost, Jom. Today we may be late, but we'll be reminisce if we didn't talk about one of the best shows to end 2025 on, which is It, Welcome to Derry, the prequel to the two It movies directed by Andy Muschietti, and this is also a show run by Andy Muschietti, and I do agree with the internet. Like, after watching the show, I think I do forgive him for directing The Flash, or I'm like, you know what? I will forget that you ever directed the movie. It's fine.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, that was him. But he does return to his old baby, which is his It movies, and my god, I think aside from Andor, I know I might be giving away my list for best shows of 2025, but I think this is my second best show 2025 aside from Andor, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting much from It Welcome to Derry, because I'm like, I don't know if I need a prequel. By the end, I was like, I need this prequel. I would like to see more of this prequel. Please do more of this type of stuff. It's like watching the Predator go back in time and fuck up a samurai or a Viking. Or like, I want to see Pennywise kill more people in the past, please. Need more of that.
Considering we find out that, like, time is all the same to him. Like, you know, and I'm like, oh, this guy is just in and out of this universe that, like, we can't even comprehend. But yeah, for watching this at first, I was actually very excited for this. I was more excited for this than I was with Stranger Things, which we'll try to do a video on. But my god, I haven't even seen Stranger Things yet, but I think this blows it out of the park. Welcome to Derry is
someone who's seen Stranger Things, I would say this is my... Yeah, I agree. I like this more than Stranger Things. Not gonna lie.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, dude, come on! It's so good. It is really good, and like, you get so shocked with these kid actors, where it's just like, oh, I didn't know that could come from you.
Yeah.
You know, kind of deal.
Just the first episode, you're like, I guess this is our main crew. Oh, never mind. Half of them are dead.
Just kidding. You know, just like, I was just like, oh yeah, like, they're the ones on the poster. They're the ones who are like, we know the most. And we're like, okay, I'm all for this.
Yeah.
And then they just get torn to shreds in the movie theater. By the way, like, not censored at all.
Not even the little girl is spared. You're like, yeah, like, she's gonna survive, right? Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Yeah, you just see a little boy just get tossed in the air and get torn apart. I was like, oh, they're not playing around. This is what happens.
Right?
To be fair, no, I watched the first It movie recently. I was like, right, I forgot. It does get that violent.
Yeah. I mean, the brother having his arm ripped, we're like, I should have known better than to expect nothing from this show.
Yeah.
And it just leaves poor Ronnie and Lily being the lone survivors. I'm like, great. Lily's now more traumatized other than what happened to her dad. Fantastic. Amazing.
That is so true. Because just like, this poor girl just watched, like, not really watched her dad die, but like, she just heard her dad fucking got pretty much became part of the produce.
Speaking of horrible fates, like when you meet Will Hannon, you're like, aren't you Mike's dad? Doesn't Mike's dad die in the most horrible way?
What happened to them again?
Then they get burned alive. And the fire.
What fire?
And he said you watched the first It movie.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Trying to remember. Anyway, okay, go on.
Anyway, but yeah, we meet all the families. Like, it's not just the kids who are going through it. It's like the military is trying to look for this weapon. And you're like, I thought making rappers weapons for the military was batshit. I think this is more batshit because it's implied they like want to use Pennywise. Pennywise is the weapon they were looking for. They're like, we want to control our population through Pennywise. You're like, you truly are batshit.
What?
You are batshit.
No.
And they're doing it with the help of, God, I forgot his name, Dick Halloran, played by Chris Chalk. Dick Halloran from The Shining. You're like, oh shit, it's you.
Dude, I love it. Yes, as much as I have my thoughts on The Shining, I do love it that like they just confirmed that, hey, everything that's part of the Stephen King universe is connected.
Yeah.
And we're like, what?
Right.
So Shawshank Redemption's a thing, you know, like that's clearly, you know, like canon.
Yeah.
And everything that happens in Derry, and they explain why, because of these shards that they like, that's part of the meteorite that Pennywise came in.
Yeah.
Is circling around Derry. So once you leave Derry, you forget
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, you're Pennywise
Which
free.
is
You're
crazy.
trouble free.
Yeah.
That's I do love the world building where you find out that the Native Americans battled Pennywise for years, for thousands of years until they found a solution. And I just love this exploration of Stephen King's lore, expanding it to, like, it's just fascinating to me. Like, this show, unlike Stranger Things, shows that everybody has the potential of being killed off. Like, just within the first episode, you're like, oh, I thought these were the main characters. I guess Teddy,
Yeah.
Phil, and Teddy's little sister are no more. And then you meet your new crew with Richie, Ronnie, Will, and Lily, and they have to, like the movies, discover what is up with Derry. And like, just the fact that Lily gets sent to the asylum again, you're like, I guess the kids really aren't safe from anything in this movie.
Not at all. And considering this is like the 60s, I think,
Yeah.
or the 70s, no,
50s.
the 60s, 50s,
Yeah.
where like any kind of mental illness is just like immediate, like something's wrong with you. Into the loony bin. I'm like, oh shit!
Right.
So this girl who's grieving and is clearly traumatized of her father's death. They were like, oh no, hey, we ain't gonna hug ya, but we will wrap you in her. Like
The straight jacket can hug you.
Yeah.
You can get all the hugs from that.
Yeah, that's kind of comforting, right? You're like, what?
Right? Like, the show doesn't shy away from how archaic these views were, like, especially with mental illness, gender, racism, definitely. Like, that nurse who has the abusive husband, where you're like, where's my goddamn steak? You're like, I fear for your life. I think you should leave. I know it's the 50s, but you should leave.
That was scary shit, because like you see him in the first episode where, second episode where Miss Hanlon comes into like the meat shop, and it's him.
Yeah.
He is the butcher there,
Yeah.
and he's clearly nice. He's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like, you know. Then you see him, he's like an abusive husband, and then you find out he was part of the posse that like burned down that shack where black people were just trying to enjoy their time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what the fuck?
Right? It just, I love the strand that there are more things a bit more terrifying than Pennywise himself. Pennywise just is having a good time feeding off this fear, and I do like they are slowly building it to a confrontation between him, not a comfort or like a fight, but like a battle of the minds between Pennywise and Decoloran, because Decoloran can sense him, but Pennywise doesn't want to be sensed, and Pennywise is like, well, you forced my hand. I love that episode where the military descends upon Nebolt, and you're like, if kids could barely survive this, what more the military? And the military just barely gets by. You're like, Jesus Christ. Just something about the original Losers Club, that they were like, we came out of this alive at least.
Yeah. And like, well, I forgot his name, but like Mr. Hanlon
Yeah.
accidentally like, cause I love that scene where they're like, don't trust anything that you see here.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit, your kid is there too.
Right.
like you would think as a rational person who knows what they're going up against, which is this thing that could take any form and use that fear against you. And just was like, you see your kid in a place where you don't expect your kid to be. Yeah, I would be like, hey,
I guess you're Pennywise.
like, you a threat, I think. Maybe.
Right?
And even his friend is like, I see him too. Wait. And then, he dies. Which is like,
That episode when they go to Nebolt is a great reveal for Pennywise, because he pretends to be Matty, and him as Maddie is like, yeah, Phil's still alive, and then later on you see Phil's like mangled body, like Phil ain't alive, Phil is just rotting, and you see you see the kids horror as they're like, oh no, it's Teddy, it's it's a sister, it's Phil. You're like, what the fuck is coming out of Matty's head? What is that?
Yeah.
You see like a crack starting to form.
Yeah, and they're like, isn't that Maddie's body?
Right.
They're just like, oh shit.
Right.
I love that scene. I really do. And yeah, so like them just dealing with it.
Yeah.
I love them trying to prove to the police too, where they're like, hey, there's this thing that's coming after us. This is the thing that killed the kids in the theater. It is not her dad, Ronnie's dad, which is another like storyline in of itself.
Oh yeah, he's wrongly framed, but because he's African American, the police are like, I guess you're guilty for just being there. You're like, what? Why? What?
How dare you fucking breathe?
Yeah. We're gonna take you to Shawshank. You're like, well, I guess he's fucked for life.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, these are all great stories that merge together. Like it's quite impressive to see all these stories come ahead to like that shack where, like, you know that Ronnie's dad is hiding out, and like Dick Halloran is already having trouble because his box is breached. And like Wilhelm's family is in trouble because Will's dad is starting to be like, I don't like the plan of the military. I don't like the fact that you want to use it. I love the use of the word it for this entire series. They're like, you want to use it as a weapon against your own civilian population, because the general's like, do you see all these riots, these the civil rights movements, the feminist movements, they all need to be controlled. And you're like, are you out of your fucking mind? What happened to taking on the Soviets? That was your excuse, and that's just an excuse because he's like, our population goes first because we want to see if we can control our own population, and then take it on to the world. You're like, God, you are batshit crazy. What? Why? And you find out that Shaw also has encountered Pennywise with what's her name? Rose, the Native American woman who he met years ago, and you find out why he barely remembers at first, and then once he comes back to Derry, he's like, alright, there's a thing that we can use to scare the shit out of people into obedience. You're like, again, you're just like, this is batshit. And that shack, I saw a comment on the internet where it shows that said that both Sinners and Welcome to Derry shows how much more terrifying racism is compared to like a monster or a vampire, because they're like, vampires are just hungry, Pennywise just wants to feed off fear, and so like they're just doing this to survive. Like there is no logic to racism in this show and in our world, in any world.
And like I have to say, I don't think this is a cop out, because for sure they were making this while Sinners was being made. This might have, I don't know Black history all that well. I should, but this might have been a common occurrence.
Definitely.
Where they would just like, hey, this is like a black centered like establishment. How fucking dare you? We burn it down. And you're just like, oh shit. When they came in with a mask and everything, I was just like, yep, this scares me more than the fucking clown. Right. You know, like, because it could just be anybody. The entire time you see like you've seen these people. These are like fathers of some kids that you know in the show, and like regular people, and then they just come out. They're like, oh, we know you. You are head police. You're probably a firefighter or the carpenter or something, and y'all just feel this way, right? And and then we get this scene where I would say masterfully done. Horrible, but like it was like I was at the edge of my seat, white knuckling it. I was just like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Right? Where there was an entire shootout, and by the way, the people in that bar were military. So anyway,
I do love the scene when Dick and Pennywise go face to face, because you're like, oh shit, it's The Shining versus Pennywise, and then Pennywise is like, hey, guess what, bud? I can see what you see, and you better watch out. And you just seeing Bill Skarsgård come back as Pennywise is fucking amazing, because this guy kills it every time.
Dude, him as just like Pennywise the Clown, the regular guy, like it was Periwinkle's like origin story where like her father was the template for Pennywise.
Yeah.
Where and like he was just a regular dude. And I was like, oh, Bill Skarsgård's fucking killing it.
Right? That scene where Periwinkle's like, yes, it is my father. You are my dad. And she just realizes, like, wait. No, you're not. What happened to my dad? And he's like, oh, I ate him. You're like, oh, damn. You are sadistic.
So you're telling me you've been feeding kids to this fucking thing. And we're just like, you know, this might not be my dad.
Right?
It's just like, I'm like, what? I think that's the only like kind of flawed part in my opinion, where I'm just like, this girl was like, I love my father and he's here, he just eats children. But when she was like, I think you're my dad because you sounding weird, not that he was eating children.
Or your husband a few minutes ago, like literally slices the top of his head, starts eating him in front of you. Like why isn't something clicking for you, woman?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? You deserve to be in the loony bin at this point. It's like,
but it shows how just sadistic Pennywise is. He's like, what's up? I'm Pennywise. You're dancing, daddy. Come to Papa, and just uses the deadlights on her. You're like,
yeah.
Like again, you're like, Bill Skarsgård is just terrifying. Like, I would rather take on Vecna any day. Pennywise, I'm like, yeah, I rather not be alive if Pennywise is next to me, you know? Yeah, I do love the finale of season 1 where Pennywise just takes over the town, and I thought he was using the mist. I was like, oh god, shit, are we gonna see Thomas Jane back again?
Same here. I was like, is there gonna be a gigantic bug that's gonna come out of nowhere?
Right?
You know?
But yeah, you find out Pennywise kidnaps Will and is just taking over the town, takes over the school, just kills the poor principal in front of everybody. You're like, oh, if the spine through the hand isn't lethal enough, he decapitates him, kicks his head like a soccer ball, and tosses his body and starts singing like the batshit character he is. And they have to confront him before he makes it out of Derry, because if he breaks his boundary, the world is fucked. And it shows how well you can do a finale with a young cast, because throughout the entire finale I was like literally like, I hope none of the kids dies, I hope none of them die, but Pennywise is hellbent. Like him what do you call it, confronting Marge and being like, hey, guess what? I always wanted to know what your family tastes like, because your son, and his fucking friends bring about my death. And you're like, can fucking Pennywise time travel? Is that what he's implying? You're like,
yeah. He is eldritch. He is cosmic horror. So like, time does not apply to him. But at the same time, like that doesn't make sense either. I'm like, why?
Right? You're like, I guess we'll find out in season 2. I do love the scene where Dick Halloran gaslights Pennywise into believing he's back being Bob, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? Who are you? I'm not even Bob. What are you talking about? And he's like, man, who are you supposed to be then? Peter Rabbit? And then Pennywise gets mad, and then the guy just slaps the shit out of Pennywise, and he's like, shit, I guess I am Bob. Fuck. Has it all been a dream? And that's why he's so mad. He's like, oh, you son of a bitch, I thought I was back being Bob. Thought Bob was me again. I do love the Lulu of the general thinking like, hey man, we set you free, no need to thank me, it's fine,
we're friends, right?
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up. And he just like eats him. I'm like, deserved.
Yeah.
By the way, when going back to like the bar scene where it does catch a fire, we do lose a character.
Oh yeah, I forgot for Richie. That's again. I was like, they're not going to kill Richie, right?
He pretty much like sacrificed himself for Marge.
Yeah.
And I love that whole like night thing. And once we got to like the final battle, like Richie comes out of the woodworks and just like, oh yeah, his spirit is still like, yeah, he's like running, he's just like that to Pennywise. I was like, that is the hardest shot ever. Like Pennywise writhing in pain, and just like Richie's just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. And like they pretty much like steal the like the pretty much border with his help, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
Dude, it killed me when Pennywise grows wings and talons, and Ronnie's dad just like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, that would be my reaction too, because I'm like, what the fuck do I do against that?
Yeah, one question though, why was it the dad that was the only one like shooting? Like the rest of the adults weren't doing shit.
Right.
Trying to stop this fucking thing. But when the dad ran out of ammo, they were like, well, peace, fuck, you can help. You know? I was like, what are you guys doing?
Right. But yeah, it's a very solid finale, and it's a bittersweet finale because you go to Richie's funeral, and you're like, this is the familiar bittersweet Stephen King ending that we all know and love.
Yeah.
And you think that it ends happy. Again, you're like, but doesn't Will die in a fire? Doesn't Ronnie die too? Shit. And then you find out that Periwinkle's in the asylum for 26 years until you hear someone unalive themselves, and you're like, you hear the last name, you're like, did they say Marsh? Did I hear that right? And then you see it's Beverly Marsh, same actress. You're like, oh shit. And then the best thing you can do, like Andor for Rogue One, is to pop in it chapter 1 and 2 if you want to finish this, and be like, the cycle's now complete. But yeah, this is a really fucking solid first season. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really do like it more than the last season of Stranger Things, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because since you haven't seen it, I won't say much, but it's a more satisfying ending. I'll say that.
Question: what's season 2 gonna be about?
I think they're going back to the 30s, in like the Tommy Gun, like Prohibition era.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There were so many stories that they haven't talked about where, like, yeah, they mentioned it in the first movie, but they really implied it here.
Yeah.
Where there was a fire in a at school or something.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids like burned to death.
Oh yeah, you see that in the intro, like the happy-go-lucky intro.
I love the intro. Creepy as shit.
Right?
But I was like, I love that intro. And like they showed like the shooting of like this mafia gang.
Yeah.
And like Pennywise was actually there.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. That intro, you're like, it's like, that's kind of cute. That's kind of, why are you transitioning like that? It's so cute. What the fuck is happening now? What?
Yeah.
And it ends with the kids on fire. You're like, I guess this is very much setting up the tone for the show. All right. And it happens in like the second episode after you see the first cast of kids just be annihilated. You're like, fitting. Very fitting.
Yep.
But yeah, again, solid first season. Can't wait to see season 2. Hopefully it comes sooner. I hate it when, like Stranger Things, shows take forever to have a second season. You're like, oh god, it's been 80 years.
You know what? And like at least like they're going back in time to show like the lore of Pennywise, because instead of like, hey, it's been a year or a couple of months, why does your kids look like they're in their 20s already?
Right. Same thing with what do you call that show? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like you see the people from season 2, you're like, damn, Aang has aged.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, is this season 2 or the series finale, man? Can't tell. But yeah, I do like the fact, I hope HBO is like, you know what, this show's good, we may need to make it quickly, not take forever. Like, I don't know what's gonna come first, the Batman 2 or Avatar season 3, you know? But yeah, without further ado, what would you rate season 1 of Welcome to Derry?
I'll rate Welcome to Derry a solid 8. You know, I'm giving 8s all around, but like I have to give it. It's really good. There's some flaws here and there, but I enjoyed this. I really did. I love this whole old American style, where everything's supposed to be like prim and proper and happy-go-lucky, but it's all very uneasy.
Yeah.
Very creepy. I can't wait for it to like go into the 30s. The kid actors, they're all great.
Yeah.
Like none of them was a weak link.
Yeah.
Like I was really looking for like, all right, which one of y'all are like kind of lacking?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Like absolutely zero. And I enjoyed this show. I really did. It really pulled me back into the whole Stephen King thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you know what? Dick Halloran, I'm gonna give Shining another shot.
When it's like,
You know,
how much trouble can a hotel be? And then you're like,
Yeah,
how
I
much
was
trouble? You're like, how much trouble is an axe to the chest, man? Don't go, please. I'm begging you. But yeah, I agree. None of the kid actors were weak. Like the previous Losers Club before it, all of them were amazing at acting. I will give this an 8 out of 10 as well. Like I love the fact that it takes a hot minute to see Bill Skarsgård back as Pennywise, but you feel his presence all throughout. And when he
Yeah.
finally does show, it's the most terrifying thing ever. I hope, like Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, I hope Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise for a really long time because he owns the role. Wouldn't mind seeing him as the Joker for the new DC universe, since Andy Muschietti is directing the new DCU Batman Brave and the Bold with Robin. Just him hearing his laugh as Pennywise, I'm like, you know what, I do see you as Joker. I don't know why no one else is talking about this. But yeah, I am impressed. I came here being like, I don't know what I can expect from a prequel. I came up being like, I think this is my second favorite show of 2025, if I'm being truly honest. But yeah, to the audience watching, what other Stephen King properties would you like to see cross over to maybe season 2 of Welcome to Derry season 2? I would be so happy if they're like, hey, we have a problem with a rabid dog. Help. His name is Cujo.
I would love that. Like, you know what? Just remake a lot of the Stephen King books in the show, and just like bring it like more down to earth, and just like make it all feasible, and just like I would love to see an episode or like a Twilight Zone kind of like show where they show like Cujo attacking or a killer car, old 50s killer car. Not gonna lie, I would love to see that. Like, there are rumors of like a car that's been murdering people.
You're right. Know? I do like the fact that once in a while the Stephen King properties have a resurgence, and 2025 had it, Welcome to Derry, and the long walk with Mark Hamill. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
The Long Walk.
Yeah, I haven't seen it though. I'll probably check it out soon. For our
same.
best and worst for 2025. But until then, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear us on the go. And the VGM Zodas was us on TikTok, and Ants Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
You can find me at JomJoM_ on Instagram. It is my article.
And until then, we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.